welcome and welcome back. Yesterday I tried to film some videos. Actually, I tried to film them, I think, 4 days before, and I had just woken up. I was extremely puffy, and I just felt really ugly, and I couldn't get myself to process and post those videos because I just couldn't get past the fact that my eyes looked like one thing, and it was just crazy. And then yesterday I tried to go and refilm the videos, and I was so sad that I just started crying and I couldn't even talk because I was just so sad, and I kept going back to crying and talking about why I was sad. And that's not really the route I want to go with these videos. I don't want to feel bad about myself, and I don't want to be here just crying. But what I wanted to talk about was new year, new me, and new habits and stuff to put into our lives. But I think I would just start with prefacing that life is filled with ups and downs and lots of roller coaster moments. And I know for a fact, me this year, the more that I started healing in the past few years actually, and the better and the happier that I felt, the more in a way I denied any type of sad and frustration. And when I became sad about something and felt a little like low energy or more like something in my life is giving like a depressing vibe and I'm focusing a little bit too much on it, I just felt so guilty and I felt so bad because I felt like I'm finally fine, I'm finally happy, I'm finally okay. Like I'm not supposed to have any type of bad feeling. Like I'm supposed to just be happy the whole time and feel good the whole time. And there was always something that I started stressing myself over, like a presentation, I don't know what. And I always kept telling myself, like, when I don't have a presentation, I won't feel stressed. And then the next day, something else stressed me. And I was just so overwhelmed with the fact that I kept vibrating at these lower frequencies. And I felt like I knew better. But then I did a course this year. I talked so much about this course because it literally helped to, like, shift my perspective in so many different things. But she literally said, healed people accept that there's light and dark, and then there's sadness and happiness, and that you being a whole person, there's space in like your auric field and in your energy to hold space for when you're sad without letting it derail you or lead to depression or anything like that. For you to be able to hold that energy and nurture it, because the more that you suppress the sadness and pretend that it's not there and pretend that these things aren't happening in your life and whatever it may be, the more that it starts to like snowball and the more that it starts to actually knock you down and keep you down for longer because you're not addressing it and it wants to be seen so it can be processed. But if you deny looking at it, it causes like a whole shift of energy that doesn't need to happen. We have space to embody all the energies in a harmonious way and not let them overpower us too much and not get too attached. I think the principal thing is detachment. Not seeing ourselves as someone that is like a sad person, but just a person that is going through a sad time. And also not get too attached to the positive things. I said this once in a video that I was going through a really tough time with some family issues. I'm always like with the family issues, you guys are probably like, what is happening? But they're not my issues, so I can't really talk about them. But I was going through some family things, and I was still in high school, and I arrived and I told one of my friends that she was even younger than me, and this advice had come like in clutch because she had gone through some crazy family things. And I just turned to her and I started crying, and I was just like telling her what was happening. And she just turned to me and she said, don't get too attached to this. Life is full of ups and downs. The higher that you go up, the more that you will go down. And the lower that you go, the higher that you will go in return to balance out the scale. So don't get attached to the bad and don't get attached to the good. It's all going to come and go. As fast as the other one went, this one will come and we'll just keep going. If you get too attached to one of them, it's going to throw off the balance of like natural flowing with the universe, and there's beauty in both of them. I said this one, so it kind of threw me off. I was like, when did I say this or where? But there's beauty in the daytime that you can go and like relish in the sun and talk to people and swim and play in the grass and play with your dogs and enjoy the company, enjoy the light, enjoy the like liveliness of the day. But there's also beauty in the night, in the stars and the moon and the silence and the nurture and the sleeping in your warm bed and taking care of yourself. If the whole world, like if our whole existence was just built with days on days on days, we would become exhausted. And if the and if our whole existence was just built with night, it would be a little bit depressing because there would be no sun, there would be less interaction. So we need both of them. We need the darker aspect of the healing, more intuitive, nurturing, resting, regaining our energy to prepare us for the day. And we need also the day, the vibrance and the excitement and the action to prepare us and tire us out so we can have a good rest. And each one, like, they don't kind of, in a way, they don't exist without each other because we need both of them in harmony to thrive and excel. So we can't just focus on one and neglect the other because then we won't properly prepare for that one and vice versa. So that was just a quick little message before we get into the videos of New Year, New Me. Hopefully we can accept the darkness and the sadness. It's not really dark, but you get what I'm saying with the light and dark energies. But accept the more denser, harder to process energies without attaching to them and without thinking it's our personality and without overthinking it a little too much. Just accepting that sometimes it is what it is and really feel that pain. So when the day comes, we have processed it and released it and are ready to feel happy and joyous and celebrating. Celebration, whatever. Love you, kisses, and kind of controversial because I'm all about being happy and joyful, but enjoy the sadness a little bit and don't try to run from it because it will find you.